last July, so not a full year, but I've been with Greenhill, nonprofit, for about a year. Started volunteering, and I volunteered quite a bit actually, put in like probably 15, 20 hours a week out here, became a regular volunteer, and when the Lane County Animal Services closed in the end of June, they were looking for people to fill positions over there for kennel techs, which is what I am now. And I put in my word, and because I'd been around here for so long, they was like, oh, of course, Brian. Depending upon what shift I've got, the general day is you get in, you feed, you medicate, you make sure everybody's good to go, then volunteers start showing up to help you clean, get a lot of laundry done. On really busy days where we've got a lot of new dogs and a lot of dogs to be seen, and we're pretty much, going from minute one at 11 o'clock. There's usually a lot of people in here. There might be like 6 people showing up, like lining outside the door saying, okay, I want to see these dogs, and we have to kind of coordinate. On slower days like today, there's only been a couple people, and we can kind of do other tasks like prepping new transports and new owner surrenders that'll be coming later in the week. And that kind of takes most of our time, combined with lunches until the end of the day, where we feed, medicate again, do potty breaks, then make sure everything's clean before we go at night. So it's actually a lot more maintenance than you might think. Probably the best thing that surprised me when I worked here, it was kind of a common sense thing, but I never thought about it before. A lot of the times when we get dogs, especially from overcrowded shelters in California, but from situations where they may not have been the happiest dog in the world, basically, from other shelters, or usually from other shelters. They're really shy, they're really submissive, they're just so kind of shell-shocked even. And usually they get here, they're dirty, they've got fleas, things like that, and it's really surprising to see them transform into this really happy-go-lucky dog. The most difficult thing is getting dogs back after you've adopted them out. That can be pretty rough, especially if it's a dog that you've adopted out. Fortunately or not, I haven't been working here and doing applications for long enough for that to happen. No dogs that I've personally adopted out have come back, but it really isn't, it's not in front of you personally, so I'm sure it's going to happen at some point. And we obviously try and adopt them out again, because it's rewarding. You do something, and a lot of it's cleaning, a lot of it's menial, but at the end of the day, you get a dog home and you get to hang out with dogs most of your day. So I don't think I would be doing anything cooler than this, at least not right now anyway.
Brian's great. He's a great trainer because he loves dogs, and that's where it has to start. And they like him too. So yeah, I met Brian. We were both volunteers last summer. He got on the staff, which is awesome. And yep, we're learning a lot, and we like working with dogs together.
It's been really telling to see their behaviors and learning about them before not having known anything about dogs really, and then coming into this environment and kind of learning what they're trying to say when they're doing something. Obviously they can't talk, and just learning how to interact with them has been really cool, especially when you see members of the public come in, or just out and about other dogs, and kind of say, oh, this is how interactions between dogs and people work, and I didn't know that before. As far as like things that I've learned from them, probably patience. You have to be very patient when we're doing any sort of behavior modification or training games with the dogs, because they don't know, and they don't know, hey, go over there. You have to teach them, and it sometimes can take a really long time. And working here has taught me to be a little bit more independent. Just the style that we have the kennel set up. Everybody just kind of needs to know how to do everything and know how to do it correctly, and no one's gonna, they will, because they're good people, pick up the slack, but you're expected to know how to do everything all the time.
If you could be any breed of a dog, what do you think you would be?
Well, what comes to mind right now, just because we had one in recently, we had a, what was it? It always takes me a second to think of it. I don't think it was a Bernese Mountain Dog. St. Bernard Pit Bull mix. And he was the goofiest looking thing. He was a 6-month-old puppy, and he just was so expressive and so cute and so just such a dork. that I think that's what I would be.